every day. Yeah.
Shalom.
So, right, so first and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glories to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Mekakodash. We say double and say apostles and elders of Gms.S.O.T.E and rule well. Our teachers are apostles in the truth. And we say salutations to all the Akim say push on Twitter and say in and out. You know, considering season on season, we say Shalom. Once again, it's three everybody say going into I'll say, you know, again, we also there to prophesy, you know, warn the people, to tell the people of the wrongs and so forth, tell the people that things going to come and so on. Now, one of the things I want to touch upon this weekend here in the island here is basically what they would call carnival. You know, it's a time of the flesh, because the word carni goes back to the flesh, or being fleshly, right? And basically when you're in the flesh, basically what you know, sin. Now the time of carnival is such a fleshly festivity. It's a whole set of abominations that is being done, right? A whole set of sin is being taken place, a whole set of breaking of the Lord and so forth. Now, one of the major things is that what people don't know is that in the island here, people say there is a heritage. Yeah, that is our heritage. That is our that is our thing. Not knowing that is the churches have them doing that, because when you go back to the origins and so forth, the churches had a major play in carnival, in carnival, Mardi Gras, and other such of stuff. They have that, so that way you get Ash Wednesday, you know. With that, they let you go. As they say carnival, they say I think this call it the relieving of sin, right? So you can go ahead and sin, and then they come the Ash Wednesday to get your ashes, to get rid of the sin and so forth. And the churches, Christianity, Catholicism, right? Basically, them is the main ones. When you look up the origins of it, them is the main ones, right? And you know, Jake today they'll tell you what, that is our heritage. That is we created that. When it's not, it's basically a pagan tradition, and again we're not supposed to yeah, please from out. Alright, go ahead.
But let's say, and that go back to the traditions that Israel even used to keep back in the past. That way you'll see that the whole fast it so quickly, because back in the past they used to go and commit transgression and then sacrifice faith. You understand? So it's the same concept with the ashes.
That's right.
You understand? To do abominations and then seek forgiveness faith after. That's why even the Lord he didn't want the sacrifices anymore. Because sacrifice wasn't something created to just go and do willingly. That's why scriptures say what? They say he that know it to do good and do it if not, to him it is sin.
Sin, yep, that's
even
right.
Say no sacrifice for sin and so forth. That wasn't the ordinance. That was for if right.
But I say obedience is better than sacrifice.
Can. Because that was supposed to do first. The sacrifice was there for like if you slip up, you know, should happen. You understand? So that
wink at ignorance. The time we didn't know, we had to have mercy and that forgiveness, but the time that we do know now, you understand, that is where it cut off.
And it's the same concept on the Mashiach. You understand? We're not supposed to be going about doing things knowingly that it's wrong. You understand? Say I'm
gonna ask something before you continue, and they show you that they say knowingly doing wrong. And anybody with a common sense mind will know that it's wrong. Know that taking part in carnival is totally off. They know that. They know. You ask anybody that's celebrating carnival, you know they say, yeah, we know it's wrong. We know it's dealing with the devil and things, but that's because everybody grow up doing that. Again, that way they say that we heritage, you know? You know?
That's why scriptures talk about what they say the heathen to themselves teachers have an itching ears.
That's right.
Because the teachings of Christianity in these different places telling them what? You're under grace. So grace means that you could do all these things and you'll be pardoned faith.
That's right.
You understand? Say the Isaiah 58 verse 1. It say, cry aloud, spare not, lift up thy voice like a trumpet. It say, and show my people their transgressions.
Show the people what?
Their transgressions.
And if you show them the transgressions of where what? They're transgressing the Lord. You know, transgressing the law, so forth and so on. You know, where they're going wrong. That is what we're supposed to do, and that is the thing. You know, just to mention, we came here now, but before we went to do the works in a normal spot, right? And they block off the whole, basically they block off the whole main spot, right? Where we just going to do the works, and when you watch it, you just see people in the white, you know, because they say they come out in the white for the carnival, and so on, so it can get dirty, right? And they block up the whole spot and all these things. So it does show you that these people mind did not. All they own is transgressing the laws of the Lord. You know? But we just show them where they transgress and show them where they're going off and so on. Right? Always remember Ezekiel's word, whether they hear or the what or the forbid.
Give them warning from me.
Give them warning, you can't, that's right. But
Say, and show my people their transgression and the house of Israel their sins.
So show them, you see, to show them the transgression and show the house of Israel what the sins. To show them where they sin and show them where they're going off. That is the work. Like today, before they come to pick me up, I was watching a girl. She was having some little debates with other people and on a post now, right? And she basically telling them that, you know, she's talking about the revival. All the very Christians mention the revival, and she was telling them if Christianity telling them about the revival, they're wrong because this is not the time of that, meaning that the revival that they're gonna be saved. They're gonna get caught up and saved, you know. And she's telling them wrong. And somebody, like that, right, you know. And somebody came to tell her, don't judge, right? Put the scripture, they don't judge, and she was like, hey, you taking that out of context, which she right? But it's just to show you that these people, they don't want it to show them with the transgression, they willingly don't want to know.
Yeah, they want to know.
They don't want to know.
That is where they get the saying from ignorance is bliss, not knowing is bliss. If you not know, if you don't know you're doing wrong, you would enjoy it more.
And that come back to him. I want to say now that they have teachers name the blood on them, because that is one of the things they do.
The conscience awaken to the wrongdoing, so it will say them. The conscience will be said, can.
I
say so what they say of these things they willingly are ignorant of.
That's right. And the only time that they say if you got forgiven for sin is when they don't know. So they want to continue doing wickedness and they don't know. But the Lord put it on us to do what? To tell them where they're going off. You know? Because you not knowing, you're still gonna get judgment for it. You understand? So it's better you know.
They had to face the full penalty of what they're doing. That's why we sent it so that they will know. So that they will face the full penalty for what it is that we receive.
And it also puts it into us like we get the blood off our hands. Right? So at the end of the day, it's like the Lord work again. The Lord works so perfect is that He's telling them the judgment and then also making you
sacrificing yourself.
You understand? Getting yourself saved, getting yourself right. Because you getting that blood off your hand. Because we do watchmen and we are outside there to warn them. But these people, they know what I want, and but I say they know what I want, and they willingly don't want to know. Because somebody telling you your transgressions, somebody telling you your sins, and you come to tell them, don't judge. Where's the judgment in that? The person telling you you're wrong. Even so, yes, they're supposed to judge. They said they're not spiritual, judging all things. You understand? So that is what they have to do. A prophet never used to come and just watch you. And that is what they want. They want a prophet that to come and watch them. Yeah, you could go and cook carnival, you know? No, a prophet would never come and do that. A man of the Lord will never come and tell you that.
That was the heathen prophets.
That's right, they can't. Okay, you're telling them with the oath. Okay, finish?
Yeah, finish it up.
Right, go ahead.
Colossians 2 and verse 8. Beware lest any man spoil you through philosophy and vain deceit.
Yeah, so to beware any man spoil you through philosophy and vain deceit. You understand? And the philosophy is telling them what? This carnival is their own, that is their heritage, and that is what we grew up doing, and we forefathers and we ancestors we do that. When they never did that. I mean, when they went off, yes, they did, right? But it was never in us to do that. That come from the heathen, and we're not supposed to follow the things that the heathen doing.
And into the vain deceit part, the deceitful part was portraying it as like it's something good, whereas when it actually began, it was in mockery at the slave master. It wasn't a mockery, you know, a way to portray them in a derogative manner. That was that one instance. You understand? And we get caught up in the vain deceit with them now portraying it on the televisions and all streams and media as hey, something good.
Yeah,
you understand? This is what we do. Think. You understand? So they already lost the whole concept of what the real purpose of it was. Because Carnival wasn't like a 2-day fest and a 3-day. It was one thing, you know, that happened once, you know.
No, but not the origination of the bacchanal concept. We go back to the festival backwards.
Like that, by talking about Carnival itself. You understand? That,
so
that happened when the slaves...
The merge things.
Exactly. And they say, get them that, right, the heritage. That's what they do when they was freed as slaves.
Now even I can remember also, they use Israelites to even, they get wicked Israelites to even come and teach you as Israelites that.
That's
you
what
understand?
they have to do. No. Beware lest any man spoil you through philosophy and vain deceit, after the tradition of men, After the rudiments of the world and not after Mashiach.
So after the rudiments of the world, and these things says what? The rudiments of the world.
Can.
And it's things not after the Messiah, and things not after Yahushua. You understand? But we're so caught up in the rudiments of the world, they're going to be destroyed in the space. You know?
Like I say, that just show how they are not followers of Mashiach. The scriptures say what? They say, be followers of me, as I am of Mashiach. So we're supposed to be following his footsteps. The people of today, they don't want to follow in Lord's footsteps, but they want to be called of the Lord's anointed. So it don't work that way.
I can tell you that. Because, as the brother said, they say they be followers of who? Mashiach, right? Be followers of me, the same way he is a follower of who? Mashiach. So this is real. They want to mention the Messiah, but they don't want to follow. Because if one of the things that the Messiah do was what? Be a sacrifice. You understand? He made himself what? That when matter of fact, the greatest sacrifice. It have nothing else could be as that sacrifice. They call him what? The lamb. You understand? The way he's mentioned as the lamb, the greatest sacrifice. Right? But they want to mention the Lord, but they want to be that sacrifice.
They want to live as a sacrifice. They want to make the bodies a living sacrifice now, according to Romans 12.
They say what? They say don't talk about day of his household. To be the Lord's household mean that you had to go through things like rise on day.
That's right. So you had to go through the things and go through the things and do the things that he did. Because he didn't take part in any things of the world. Right? He didn't take any part of the world.
Don't be perfect. Sell what you have, pick up your cross, and come and follow me. Means to follow his ways.
And pick up your cross and pick up your burden. Take your burden.
As I mentioned, it come like just like it come just like with the job. There was the question, I can't remember who did say, but somebody did say that if the Messiah was here, would he take the job? He would not. He would not.
WWJ.
You know? He would not. So it does show you that, but the churches today, Christianity,
them pushing that.
and all the rest of the denominations, right? They push it to go and take it. Because it's to show you that they're not for the Lord. Again, they have a major play in all the things that are going around the world.
And even some wicked jakes, some wicked camps too was pushing that.
Pushing it.
I remember that these churches is government institutions.
And
these are not independent bodies, whereas we could say that we are independent, but we're not controlled by any government. We're following the scriptures, you know. They're not independent to that extent, you know. That is what it is. So whatever the government say, they have to
follow,
reinforce and follow, correct?
That's right.
For filthy lucre.
That's right.
And for the 30 pieces of silver.
That's right. You finished with the Colossians, right? You have something there before we continue?
I had John.
John
3.
Go ahead now, bring it up.
So there's John 3. I'll read from verse 19, right? They say, and this is the condemnation that light is come into the world, and men love darkness rather than light.
Yeah, you see that you read it, and we see it in front of us. Men love darkness rather than light. Because no matter how much times you'll be out in the streets, the people will come to listen, but they're outside, they know to do what? To hear soca, to hear go on wine on a next man girl, to hear to take a next man girl. To hear them stuff, you know.
Somebody go touch you for you.
Somebody go touch you for you. You understand? That is what they want to hear. So men love what? Men don't want to follow the light, but they want the world of darkness. You know? Where that?
They say darkness rather than light because their deeds were evil.
Because of what?
Because their deeds were evil.
So they love darkness rather than light. Because the deeds, that is to show you that they themselves evil, the wicked. So they would follow what? Wickedness. They would follow darkness. That is what people fail to realize. Yeah, we love carnival. Carnival is not because why? Your deeds wicked. You yourself wicked. You understand? The whole concept of carnival, even the celebration, everything is just sin. It's just wickedness. You're whining on a next man girl, this girl whining on a next girl, and a host of wickedness. No, these men going on whine a host of the alphabetical order. This thing about it now. Think about it now.
You know, they're proud of that, they're bold with it now.
You understand? And then it's like an orgy, and we don't know the laws. The laws talk about that. You know? Them kind of festivals and them kind of thing, that sexual kind of thing, that come on.
You got them together for an unruly multitude.
Feud, yeah.
It says verse 20, it says, for everyone that doeth evil hated the light.
So everyone that doeth evil, they do what? They hate the light. And that's just what it is. It has no that's self-explanatory. You understand? Them that hate, them that do it evil. Just read the back.
It say For everyone that doeth evil hated the light.
So everyone that do evil hated the light. And it's simple as it could be. Them that once you're doing evil, they will hate the light, you will hate the scriptures. But you telling me about carnival, you telling me about soca, I need to hear Marshall. You understand? I need to go out there and watch me. They're going and wake up. I got in Juvie and in the start so again, like 1 o'clock and again.
4 o'clock.
4 o'clock.
I official Juvie.
Official Juvie, but it had dirty mass.
Dirty masses in the evening.
Right.
So what does go on? When you join our official Juvie band, yeah, you're going in like the band headquarters. You know, a designated place where everybody took the muster point. And they have a party from there. So like we say from all around 11, 12ish, straight down to 4. And then you hit the road.
Right, yeah,
And you gallivant.
Yeah.
For some hours well, and then you come back and you get your refreshments when your head done bad and you're vomiting. You know? That is it.
So it's go like that. It's basically a whole week thing.
Yeah,
you understand? It's a whole week thing. That's why we
multiple days of just reveling.
That's reveling. And that's what we mentioned when we go to do the works. We might not do on the streets and they block up the whole place. They already done block it up. Most likely must have done block up since
last
Friday.
Night, yeah.
You understand? So so now when they block out the spot, it's basically a whole main cities matter of fact, because the whole of Trinidad taking part. No matter wherever it have a city in Trinidad, it will have carnival, it will have mass. You understand? They will block up the streets, they will do that, and everybody will come out. The woman will come out in their little two-piece, the men will come out in their boxers.
Men come out in dresses
and all. I can read my mind, I'm not going to say that.
Men coming out in dresses.
Men coming out in dresses.
You know, like my brother went a Juvie in a dress, and my grandmother dress. You understand? I'm telling you.
You understand?
Watch me. I'm a brother anyway.
Yeah.
No.
So yeah, so that is to show you. They show you how much sin taking place.
Yeah,
and we're not talking, and that, we just mentioned that we're not talking about the costume as well. When it reach to the mass, to the carnival parade now, right? When they put the costumes, it go back to what? It go back to idol worship, which is they put blue devils. You have blue devils. You have
blue devil.
Yeah, the larger bless. You have the thing. You have this. You have other deities then that they just put on costumes and portray. And basically, when a band, the head of the band created costumes. He just created a whole lineage. Basically, or he go say folklore, and he go bring every folklore into that. And next man might say, okay, we're doing the gods.
Yeah,
and
the
he
gods
is,
or Egyptian gods.
So you do the whole gods, the whole concept of the whole thing, you know. So it's the idol worship. And as the brother mentioned before, Bacchanal is one of the major words, especially in China, we use Bacchanal. Bacchanal, when we say Bacchanal, they plenty Bacchanal is basically an argument, a quarrel, right? Basically nothing good. Right? Basically it's nothing good. So now they say it's time of Bacchanal. So how could it be anything good when we just use it, use the word Bacchanal to describe something bad? You understand? It's just basic. But the word Bacchanal go back to Bacchus, right? Which is a pagan god, right? We have a woman, we have a singer down here that's called herself what? The Queen of Bacchanal. You know? What that?
If I can say, there's a guy, why you talking about on the fixer phone now? And he talking about, yeah, the wine upon them girl boy. I'm making sure we have boxers, that I feel it when I'm whining on them. I'm like, what kind of wickedness is this, boy? You understand? But scripture say what? They say a good tree cannot bring forth corrupt fruit. They're trying to corrupt tree bring forth good fruit. So the own actions testify against them. Say verse 20, right? John 3 verse 20. Say for everyone that doeth evil hated the light.
So everyone that doeth evil hated the light. Go ahead.
It said neither cometh to the light lest his deeds should be reproved.
And as the next thing, they do what the deeds being reproved. You don't anybody tell them they're wrong. Now you ask yourself, oh, the church is coming out. The churches have something called masses, and they just do masses particularly around this time. You understand? And they just hold they just actually hold their own inner celebration, their own festivities with carnival stuff in it. They will have a little jump up, they will have a little masquerade and so forth. Especially Catholics. You understand? So, and that one thing when you come now to tell them, they don't want to get reproved. You understand? They don't want to be reproved. They don't want to be corrected. So they never come to the light unless the deeds be reproved, and they will never want the deeds to be reproved.
When it even started, they started act up against you.
Started buck up. I say it's like when I started telling people about they're going wrong, it's like exorcism you gonna do. No, it's serious. Yeah, you know, I always say that. It's like an exorcism. It's because when they show any movies about exorcism, when they start to read the word, the spirit just act up.
Yeah, and the same thing can.
You understand? And it's basically the same thing when you start to tell somebody about the word. there's sort of act up, it's like an exorcism you're doing. In a certain extent, it wouldn't be the extent of,
Yeah, it wouldn't
you know?
be movie type
Yeah, like
exorcism.
thing,
But,
which,
yeah.
you know, but it's like
the
that.
head spinning around. And
Yeah, yeah. No, we didn't see it, they say, me, you're telling me how to do
I mean,
something,
for
you
the
know?
spirit to get cut, that had to be a
Yeah.
hurtful thing to him.
See the Lord what? The Lord word sharper than what? Two-edged sword.
Can.
Cutting shit down to the marrow, you know. You understand? Brother?
It say verse 21. It say, but he that doeth truth cometh to the light.
He that do truth come into the light. So them that there are people that don't celebrate carnival, straight out, they will say like, hey, that's wrong. Totally wrong. I've met people like that. No, they will read this Bible and so forth, so they have a ounce, they might not the truth like how we will have it. But they say, hey, that goes against the Bible, that goes against the scriptures. You see that? You know? Go ahead.
It said, but he that doeth truth cometh to the light. It said that his deeds may be made manifest, that they are wrought in power.
I think it's a good person, it needs to be manifested. Just like when somebody see us, they can say, nah, but you different. You know? Because we don't do the same thing the world is doing. You understand?
He is contrary to our doing.
Yeah. Yeah. Different.
Yeah, it is. I'm a Solomon.
So let's read this here again.
Yeah. No, you go.
Alright. So this was an article I did a video on this 2 days ago, and I'll say I'll bring it back out in the streets. So this was just an article going into the origins of Carnival and where it come from, right? And wait and so forth. So they say from Rio. So let's just show. That's what we saw it from, please. So it say, as you see here, it say uncovering the origins of Mardi Gras, right? Mardi Gras is which is Carnival, right? And other Christian festivals, right? So Mardi Gras is Carnival, right? So going on here, reading from now. It say from Rio to Berlin, because Rio is in Brazil, which they have what? One of the biggest carnivals as well.
Rio de Janeiro.
Right, Rio de Janeiro, right? It said from Rio to Berlin, from Turin to Trinidad, from Cologne to New Orleans. New Orleans is get Mardi Gras, right?
Mardi Gras.
It said crowds fill the city streets in annual bacchanal. So you see, even here nobody would bacchanal, right? It say that precedes the Catholic holiday known as Ash Wednesday. So Ash Wednesday will be the Wednesday, and the festivities of Carnival and Mardi Gras would be the days before, right? It say increasingly these celebrations are being taken on by the British and American people as annual celebrations in vain, once foreign to the English-speaking peoples. Now, Rio de Janeiro, Trinidad, they were conquered by the English, so we take up their traditions, right? Even the Spanish and so forth, they themselves, they conquer us. The Dutch and we pick up all the festivities, right?
Because it's Spanish first and then
Yeah.
the English also.
It had other little like the Dutch and they was here too, but the English basically conquered, right? They say what does this annual expression of unbridled hedonism have to do with the practice of pure religion? Well, to understand that we need to go back in history to the beginning of religion as a record in both secular and biblical history. It said the common view is that Carnival or Mardi Gras is at its origin a Christian festival that precedes the season of Lent, right? Now, Lent is our next, what they would used to say they're going to fast. They're going to use to fast to pray and ask for forgiveness and all this other stuff, and basically, as I say, it precedes the season of Lent. So basically what the churches do, they make it go on, you sin, but you have to make sure you come back to us around this time. You understand? It's itself also assumed to be of Christian origin. And remember what Christians say, them are the truth. Them is the number one religion in the world. Them is the best. You understand?
There's like the scriptures say in the first Maccabees, they say take holy book of the law where the heathen had sought to paint the likeness of their
Images, can.
You understand? And just go back also to the things that they just try to mix with the scriptures to try to get people to follow.
That's right.
You understand? To try to justify it through the Bible.
That's right. Yeah, scripture. Preach about?
I'll be so about it.
Bread? No, bread, yeah.
They say in Mark 7, I'll start from verse 6, right? They say he answered and said unto them, they say, well had Isaiah prophesied of you hypocrites. They say, as it is written, this people honoreth me with their lips.
The people honor what?
With their lips.
With their lips. There's basically chatters. You understand? With the lips. That's how they honor the Lord. Right? yeah, you worship the Lord. But you're gonna see that same person in a night in waking up 3 o'clock in the morning to go carnival. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, people didn't even sleep yet. From some Thursday, them out and about. You know? And the same person when carnival done, they come and tell you, but you wrong. You sinning. You understand?
Don't judge me.
Don't judge me. Yeah, you can. Go ahead.
You see, as it is written, these people honor me with their lips, but their hearts are far from me.
But the heart of what?
Far from
And
me.
that's the thing, the honor them lips, they could talk. Yeah, one of the things people as they catch with is how a man talk. It's a reason why con men learn the art of speaking, of using that soothing words. It's a reason why a false prophet, one of the ways to catch them is by the words, how they talk. Because why? It's scripture say test the spirit, right? Test the spirit, but people don't test the spirit. They all let us say he's sounding good, eh?
Test him out.
Yeah, they test him out. He's sounding good, eh? I like how he talk, boy. You know?
Some intellectual.
Yeah.
They say, howbeit in vain do they worship me. They say, teaching for doctrines the commandments of men.
Teaching the doctrine, commandments of men. Because, as I mentioned here, they say itself to also assume to be of Christian origin. It's of Christian origin because now people, the Christianity, they just teach the commandments of men. They don't teach the scriptures. All they teach about is what the pastor tell them and not the word. You understand?
And even the pastors, when they go back to what they learn, is from theology. It's not from actual the Bible itself.
Not from studying the truth about the Bible. Or the truth that the Bible have in it.
Mixtures of the Bible. Peace, you know, like they say part truth and part lie, which is still a lie.
The piece that convenient to them,
Can.
that's what they rule in it.
They say, for laying aside the commandments of power, you hold the traditions of men.
Yeah, so laying aside the thing. Read what?
They say for laying aside the commandments of power.
Laying aside the commandments of power, so they push it away. You understand? They push it away. They don't want to hear that. They lay it aside. But we don't want to hear that. We telling me about we're not supposed to revel. We telling me about we're not supposed to whine on a woman. We telling me we're not supposed to take part in any idolatry. You understand? We telling me about the push away this aside the commandments of the Lord. Go ahead.
They say ye hold the traditions of men.
They be hold what? The traditions of men. So now they come like, hey, by my pastor tell me I could go and hold a mass. Because again, there's a Christian masses. Look at that is a common state. There are Christian masses. It have that. And what did us have in it? Parties, festival, carnival like activity, carnival type of music. You can remember when me and you was when you woke up Grandy. And we come up in the car. Around I can't remember if it was like carnival time or something. Yeah. That was last year. Right? And we come up in the car and tell that the man was playing gospel. And the gospel tune was wine in the name of J.
I don't jump up for Jesus.
Jump up.
I don't jump up for Jesus.
That's it. Don't why not? Jump up for
Jesus. That's the pastor who sing that.
Yeah. Jump up for Jesus.
You never
hear that?
Pastor Coffee daughter sing that.
We're going up in our car. We ain't.
Alright, I don't think
I hear that song. And there was the Mercedes with the hydraulics in the music video. You see that massive? What the else is this boy? See verse 9.
You understand? That's sure going and as the brother said, there's a big pastor in Trinidad here that his daughter singing that tune. You know?
Say Mark 7 verse 9, you say, and he said unto them, full well ye reject the commandments of power, that ye may keep your own traditions.
So I'm going to show you this. We don't have to change whatever it is the Lord say to suit all it. Or let that change to suit the Lord. Because there's a concept the church like they bring. Now we have to bring it to modern times, you know, so people could be attracted to the Lord. The Lord will change. The scripture said the Lord changing that. So what do you mean? We is the one that change. And the scriptures talk about, as we mentioned it before, come on, you can always make a joke about it, but I give not to a man that changing much, you know?
Yeah, you say me,
yeah, we don't we say straight. So the end of the day, who is supposed to be hearkening on to is the Lord, not them. But will they push aside the commandments of the Lord to do what? To hearken on to a man? The tradition of men? Because carnival is a tradition of man. Easter, a tradition of man. Now we know it go back to pagan gods, you know that? But those things have nothing to do with the Lord. You know, you could go and tell these people what Passover coming up. They don't want to hear that. They don't even know what Passover is.
No leaven?
No leaven? No, you telling me no leaven for 7 days? So I can eat bread? You understand?
Or my bread had to be hard?
Yeah.
That's right.
You know?
I can't eat no unleavened bake. And that the next thing, to be a servant of the Lord requires sacrifice, which Jake doesn't want to do.
No, they do that. Sacrifice that? You mad?
He'll be giving up your desires.
Yeah,
Jake don't want that.
That's a man?
Yeah.
Go ahead now.
It's Romans 1 and 28. It say, and even as they did not like to retain power in their knowledge, power gave them over.
Go up with now. I'll probably add 2 verse or something.
Alright, I'll start from 24. So wherefore power also gave them up to uncleanliness through the lust of their own hearts, to dishonor their own bodies between themselves.
And that we seeing right now. All these people out there who doing these wickedness. Even people who do transgenderism and so forth, you see them regretting it after. So some of them, not all, some of them just regret it after.
Some of them must be too shame to come and actually outrightly say, yeah, but that was a big mistake.
Or even for the ones that wanted to do it, because the body not compatible with what it is to do, the suffering because of it. You understand?
Yeah, some of them is just sick and dying thing.
Imagine you do something like that, change your body, put hormones and different things that are not supposed to be there, and now your body just shutting down because it wasn't designed to be that way.
Like I think recently I was reading an article, like a news article, where one of them that changed the whole body, he literally come out and say that he was telling the reporter that, you know, I regret doing this. No, I don't even want to do this. He regret everything. Because just having complication, then he might change from doing it and all this other stuff, you understand? But again, and he was following who? The masses.
Say what he give them over to the uncleanliness. So that's what they want to do? Fix up. And like, most of the time, and the man said, all the times, whenever you choose some wickedness, and the Lord give you over to it, it always fail.
Yeah, he doesn't lose the zeal for it.
When they get it wholeheartedly, it's be like, yeah, boy, this is
not as good as I thought it was.
Say, remember the Lord said it's a strong delusion that you believe a lie.
You believe the grass green on that side.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the grass rotten.
The grass sprayed poison, grandma's own. Yeah.
Verse 25, it says, who changed the truth of power into a lie, and worshipped and served the creature more than the creature.
More than the creator.
More than the creator.
And that we're doing right now.
Yeah,
who is blessed forever.
Just read over all pieces
right?
after that. Yeah.
It says, who changed the truth of power into a lie.
Who changed the truth of power into a lie, That's what they're doing. They change the truth of power into a lie.
Yeah, jump off a seizure.
So now people believe that the word the pastor saying is truth and the words of the Lord is a lie. How much time we bounce on the streets? We bounce on the comments. Is that in the Bible, eh? That in the Bible, eh? Let's come to that in the Bible.
What Bible is that?
What Bible is that?
What Bible is that?
That lie, man. You're not there. You understand?
My situation I tell you with the woman who was telling about come and the pastor pray for me and so forth. And I show she the acts where they say the most I do not in temple made with hands. Yeah. And she said, well, if you say so, I didn't even read it for Sheena. She read it for herself and telling me if I say so.
Yeah, now they just move.
You understand? And so she wasn't going to dispute the pastor about nothing, you know. Yeah, the scripture say what they say, they that lead thee cause thee to err.
I come like the girl some years ago when I didn't know community truth. That's what I tell her hold on some years ago. When I sent she the Timothy because she just go and dance in church. Right? That's the next thing by it. I think we just want to do a video on that. The gospel, because they believe the gospel is songs. You know? They literally think that the gospel is music.
Is singing and dancing.
So, and she was like that. And I was saying, I told she said, you can't be in church going on like this. And I sent she did Timothy, and she was like, that Timothy, that's not important.
Yeah, they're not part of the gospel.
She literally said that on her.
Yeah, no, that I know what I'm telling you.
She literally said,
my house is going to church, so I know. My uncle and them is pastor, so
Timothy is not a part of the gospel.
Mr. Man, that is not part of the gospel of Christ.
The girl literally tell me
that is not it. That nothing to do with what I'm studying, brother.
The girl literally tell me, so who's Timothy? I'm not supposed to listen to you.
You see, one name is not Matthew, Mark, Luke, or John. Woo! Fire for that.
I say, alright, cool. Sorry, that judgment.
They say forget that, boy. I tell you, boy, my uncle and them is pastors. I went up against my uncle and them already.
You know the thing about that? Denying Timothy, right? It's basically denying the Lord. We know that for sure, right? But who write Timothy? Just Paul.
I was saying you're denying Paul.
The man who write majority of
of the
these
New
stuff, yeah.
Testament.
Not just that. Paul
You
was
know?
also the one that wrote about the Gentiles.
Can.
So if
Can.
you don't want to believe he testimony about Timothy, then
We
why
shouldn't believe him in
you
the
shouldn't
Romans.
believe he's a Gentile in the first place?
Can.
You understand? So you can see that the bug down. They're just
Can.
picking and choosing what
My
convenience.
uncle and them argument was that Satan does work on his own accord now, but I was like, they really want to do this today, like. You know, but anyhow, yeah.
but true.
Verse 25, right? Who change the truth of power into a lie
Change the
and
truth of power
worship
into a lie.
and serve the creature more than the creator.
So they worship and serve the creator more than the creator. We see that the pastor more than the Lord.
He can.
You understand?
The woman, the money,
The money,
car.
car,
Can.
whatever
job,
it is, car.
job, because they'll go all in
out
for the job.
For the job. And they wouldn't put in
You know?
that effort to work for
For
the
the
Lord.
Lord, can.
Right? Verse 26. For this cause Paul gave them up to gave them up unto vile affections.
If I can say that, you see like how people say they talk about like material things and so forth, like the worship that. There are people that will go sleepless nights without food to please the boss.
That's right.
Sleepless nights in it to please the boss and to go on a fast for one day for the Lord is a problem for them.
Yeah.
And the thing about it, when they go to sleepless nights, it's to do what? It's just to work in it.
Can.
You understand? And all the Lord telling you say to follow me and to keep these things, they ain't gonna do that in it.
Can.
The job to them that the job to them when hell going on, you have to take this thing.
Yeah.
They
you
take
know,
it
that's
full
how-
heartedly.
Yeah.
The Lord telling you, hey, you have to stop, do this. Nah. You mad? You mad or? You understand?
You have to
So
live.
again, denying the Lord word, you can't live. You gotta live.
Yeah, that is,
Denying the Lord word is basically denying him.
Can.
Again, it's, Revelation, the scripture say what? It say you see the spirit of prophecy is Yahweh Shai.
Come in the volume of the book.
Come in the volume of the book.
Can.
Well, but technically he is the word.
Can.
So you're denying the word, you're denying him.
I used to say what they tell the prophets what he say. You say you that receive it, you receive it me, and you receive it me, receive it him that sent
Send
it.
me, yeah, that's right.
That's how this go.
I was the next one that say, yeah, believe it in me, believe it in who? The Father.
Can.
You know?
Yeah,
See, that's to
me,
show
see
you.
the
See,
Father.
Father. So that's to show you that, right? Judgment heavy fall, eh?
Can.
Quite that.
For even the woman did change the natural use into that which is against nature. And likewise also the men, leaving the natural use of the woman, burned in their lust one to another, men with men working that which is unseemly, and receiving in themselves that recompense of their error which was meat.
Spiritual Sodom and Egypt.
Can.
Yeah, so I imagine just like how Lot went through in Sodom. They say you have two daughters. Say what? Say no, bring the men out.
Bring
Send out the men. Imagine you had two virgin women and you don't wanna. You understand? And
See them strong ones in the back?
Yeah.
Send them out.
And that happened to testify how wicked it was.
Can.
Imagine you getting two virgins, nobody even touched them yet, and you don't even wanna send the men out that we may have sex with them. You understand? That is how, and here worse than Sodom.
Can.
You understand?
and say Sodom and Gomorrah is what, like it's like an example unto us.
Can.
How they burn in that, right? And this is that's an example, and this place we use, as you can see, everybody that used Sodom and Gomorrah as an example.
As I
Even
equivalent to
Even heathens,
Yeah.
even heathens
Everybody
use it as
know
an
about Sodom and
example.
Gomorrah.
And every time they mention Sodom and Gomorrah, you know they say this place do it 100 times worse. So how much more this place gonna get destroyed?
That's why even the scriptures say what they say. They say for the day of judgment gonna be worse than the time of Sodom and Gomorrah. The done for that city that reject you. Because it will be, because they here worse than there.
Can.
Way worse than Sodom and Gomorrah. Sodom and Gomorrah, they were the men. No, they deliberately the men giving up themselves.
Yeah.
You understand?
The what they eat,
They were-
because
yeah.
even if it's a man or a woman,
Yeah.
you understand?
And that was mentioning when they go to this carnival, you don't know it's a woman you're whining on. You don't know that. Yeah,
I think you sent that video from me with the woman who's looking like a woman.
Yeah.
That say he spent 8,000 and didn't know I was a man or some shit like that.
Yep. I know we talk about. I can't remember if I said it fair or you sent it to me after, but I know we see it together. I know we see it now.
I think that's better question.
Yeah. And yeah, I think it's
Brother
I
Kwasha
think it's
said
him,
it.
yeah. And but at that carnival, I believe it was like a year ago, 2 years ago, where it had a big bacchanal where some men were dancing. That is basically a man they was dancing on who was wearing a wig and so forth, and it had some big rock and thing at it now. But it is to show you the kind of confusion that's be taking place again. Babylon.
And you know, I was going to say too, I didn't forget earlier. When it comes to like how you talk about the different themes that there's do the mass and so forth, it come like a concept like how Halloween is be.
Oh, fool.
You know, that kind of way. The concept similar now. They go dress up in the outfits of the different spirits and so forth, and come out and
No, finish.
yeah, you come out. It could come like you're worshiping those spirits and all. You understand? So it's like a different tradition of doing it, but it's like the same concept.
And I'm glad you mentioned that because that was running through my mind earlier. I just forget. I glad you bring him back up because I remember I fell out the papa. I think I did, and he he come out and he say Halloween is evil and how people can take part in Halloween. And I remember commenting and I say, but you just take part in Carnival. He said, what do you mean? I said, but wait. I said, well, what do you mean? What I mean? I said, Carnival and Halloween is basically the same thing. It's costumes of the devil, costume of spirits and so forth. Basically the same thing, just different festivities, meaning that one don't require you to dance and so forth.
One don't have much reveling,
one have the most reveling, but it's basically the same thing. You understand? Sin is sin. And he was like, you see, nah, I didn't see it now. I said, alright.
He don't want
to see it because he's a partaker of Carnival. They come back to the scripture, they bring on, they don't want to be what? Reproved.
He don't conscience be affected.
And you know the thing about it, there are other people that come and agree with me. You understand? But he was like, nah, I can't see it. I was like, cool. And I even waste some time.
And I share what they say, the heart is deceitful about
all things.
And desperately wicked.
It's desperately wicked.
And that's why in the scriptures say what? They say 2 is better than 1. Because even with men practicing righteousness, it go a time where you desire something and you will be trying to convince yourself that it's something good.
Yeah, they will try to justify it.
And they will take a brother to tell you here what's going on. Nah, you're fucking up.
You're wrong.
You understand? And to reprove you.
It was 28. And even as they did not like to retain power in their knowledge, power gave them over to a reprobate mind.
Just like that person we mentioned, a reprobate mind.
To do those things which are not convenient.
Yeah, to do things which are not convenient. So they might think, because Christianity do have a much playing and Halloween, right? But they will talk against it. But they're doing things like masses. They're doing things like festivities, carnival. Right here in Trinidad, we just have every year around this time they just show Christians just show. I think it's coming up here for the Lent season. For the Easter season, they just show a big mass and tongue. The church, all the churches come together to show a big mass. You know what I'm talking about that? Yeah, they show a big church mass. I will remind you when it happened, you just see it all on news and things now.
Easter too, now
Easter,
yeah.
Easter for sure.
Yeah.
You see that big cathedral and Independence Square?
Easter.
So yeah.
For the Easter.
I'm gonna bring this next piece.
But they'll tell you about certain things. So they want to reprove you, but they don't want to be reproved. You understand? And Christianity have a major play in majority of the things that they're celebrating today.
If I can say that, why I say Christianity is more or less one of the biggest hypocritical. You understand? Hypocritical things it is, because they always judging somebody, but then telling other people that they shouldn't judge.
Yeah, that's right. Go ahead.
Psalms 50 and 21. It said these.
You get finish 28?
Yeah. It said, these things hast thou done, and I kept silent. Thou thoughtest that I was altogether such an one as thyself, but I will reprove thee and set them in order before thine eyes.
But I say the scripture say what? Because judgment against evil will like speedily.
The heart was full certain it ways can't.
Because most people, because the thing that nothing happens them at the instant, that means
it's
that
okay
it's okay. You understand? The second grace concept. They receive grace in a sense where nothing happens them instantly, and they're telling themselves, well, alright,
that's okay too.
Already okay with it.
Yeah.
But that is a strong illusion, like the brother talk about, that you putting them in to make them feel peace and safety.
God, but that's what you've been saying here. Because you was doing wrong and I keep silent. You know, you think me and you in the same boat. So that's basically what he's saying here.
He's one of my trend because nothing happening to you.
Chris.
In verse 22, he say, now consider this, ye that forget power, lest I tear you in pieces, and there be none to deliver. You understand? Now the consequences of forgetting the Most High. Consequences of rather reveling than worshipping. You understand? And we are talking about worshipping as in stand up and it's a whole choir and you're singing for a while. No, that is not real worshipping, you know?
That's not worship, matter of fact. They have nothing to do with the Lord. When you look up Psalms is what? Songs. And they don't even read the Psalms. They only pick and choose the scriptures that they want.
No, they don't they don't preach Old Testament, but they collect them tithes.
Yeah.
You understand? Every week too. But
But
they
the
wouldn't teach Old Testament now, boy. But the tithes, you know, it's not nothing about tithes in the New Testament.
But was it Amos talk about the Lord wouldn't hear about when it had the first
I hate your Solemn
Solemn
Assemblies.
Assemblies, you know?
And I wouldn't smell the smoke of your burnt
You don't
offerings
hear
or
that
something
shit?
like that.
If you don't want to hear that garbage, you understand?
Jump up for Jesus.
Jump up, yeah. So the grace before meal, and next thing they make thing on the spot 2 grace before meal because
Yeah,
the way you eat pork. Say grace
That
before
one?
you eat pork.
Yeah, boy.
It's not what goes in your mouth.
It's what comes out. Yeah.
And what come out and what went in them out defile them same way, you know. So that really apply to them now, boy.
Where that?
You finish your piece of what?
Yeah, boy.
They say the second is just 9 verse 9, right? They say, then shall they be in pitiful case, which now have abused my ways.
This will be in pitiful case, son.
Can't.
Them that abuse the Lord ways. Talking about grace period, talking about forgiveness, don't judge and all this thing. They abuse the Lord ways. How they abuse it, and people come and pay tithes and they know it's robbery.
Can't.
They abuse the Lord ways. Or they go be in pitiful case. Where that?
They say, and they that have cast them away despitefully shall dwell in torment.
They that dwell in what?
They that cast them away despitefully shall dwell in torment.
Dwell in torment. There's nothing nice for all here. Right? There's nothing nice for all here. Right?
And when they say, that way scriptures say what? They say, no need terror, the Lord we persuade men.
Mhm.
Because we know if we don't do these things, the same thing will fall upon us. You understand? They say, verse 10, they say, for such as in their life have received benefits and have not known me. They say, and they that have loathed my law, while they had yet liberty, and when as yet place of repentance was open unto them, understood not, but despised it.
They despise that time. That time they had to do what? To repent. They despise that. Because why? They think they had good case. They think they had good ease right now. But they all had time to repent. Soon the repentance gone.
And
Right?
if I can say, another bad habit that Jake is always thinking they have time.
Yo, phew. Jake always think he had time. They always think they had time. Nah, man, we'll do that tomorrow.
And now you'll see even when Peter always say where's the promise of his coming?
God.
Because they always think it is somewhere fine in the future.
Since the fathers fall asleep.
But there's a show you that Jake's that who we call the Israel today, they really is Israelites. Get to know other people that deal like that. Even the other and the Lord know who is he dealing with, because the Lord tell them, hey, the servant when I come back and the servant that catch beating his
The
servants, right?
Yeah.
He go deal with them. Because why? The Lord know. The Lord know the people he dealing with. You understand?
And otherwise Lord say be always occupied. You understand? Always keep yourself in that position, because you know it not when the master returns.
Precept I pull out a video yesterday.
We'll paraphrase it.
Is something about even though he created all things perfect, he still keep the eyes on it now. Right?
Nah, I don't know. I'm not sure where that goes.
Alright, don't get somewhere.
You see verse 12. It said the same must know it after death by pain.
Same should know it after what?
After death by pain.
So they're going to know it after death by pain. So they have to go through this. That's why we mentioned this. A nuke should jump on these people. We obviously we know we might die, but we doing what we're supposed to do for the Lord.
They say whether we get to get away from it or not, let just go.
Yeah.
Let just go.
The faster we out here is the faster we in the new kingdom. Either way we win.
It say in verse 13, it say, and therefore be thou not curious how the ungodly shall be punished, and when, but inquire how the righteous shall be saved.
And how much of them going to inquire that the holy righteous is going to be saved? They're not.
What did he like?
You understand?
I'll bring up precept right
Because you know what? With Jake, they always want to know how a man going to fall. That is the main purpose. That is one thing about Jake. They always want to study about how a man going to fall and how a man going to be saved. So their mind is on who going to perish. Study about who going to get saved and how we going to get saved.
Not even the one salvation.
Yeah. Study about what is he going to do to be saved.
Come on.
Things all they're not going to do. You understand? All they're done in white, in grandy, waiting for
Solid
paint to
light.
throw on all there. You understand? And don't understand the symbolism that's committed when I was mentioning white means what? To be clean, purified. You know?
White robes.
White robes.
Understand? That have not been tainted.
Tainted, yeah.
Gone.
You understand? There's a reason why. So let me tell you, they come on the white for carnival and the choke painting it to get what? Dirty. It's symbolism. And let us caught up in it, believing that is all a heritage. And the scripture say our heritage go back to what? To the Lord's laws and commandments. There's somewhere in Baruch, somewhere around there.
Yeah, I think
You
it's
know?
Baruch.
So yeah.
The field beach could help them in that time. Bleach and Clorox.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Your soul tainted. Your spirit tainted. Right.
With 1 Peter 4 and 17. For the time is come that judgment must begin at the house of power. And if it first begin at us, what shall the end be of them that obey not the gospel of power? And if the righteous scarcely be saved, where shall the ungodly and the sinner appear?
Like I see it's because they say what they say begin at us. Even we just had to go through certain things for the wrongs that we do. So much less for the jakes that don't give a shit.
Much less for the ones who forget the Lord.
Or don't even want to care about it. Or we'll see it for the brothers that fall off. For the brothers that fall off and
Women that know
and
willingly turn it off.
You know, they must in carnival right now. This is so going back into the article here, right? It's a carnival traditionally has been seen as the last opportunity to let off steam and indulge the flesh before the denial that is supposed to accompany Lent, right? It's the 40-day period that precedes Easter. So you see how everything is just add up to Easter. So they're making it sin, then they come Lent fast, and then go straight to Easter.
And then the direct idol worship.
Again.
If you wasn't idol worshiping before, you show your idol worship.
Let's say another annual festival that is assumed to have Christian religion.
It's a quick when you finish.
Yeah, Romans 8, right?
Yeah,
No, I know that is with the flesh, you know, that is in with the flesh, you know? It's a the 40-day period that precedes Easter annual, another annual festival that is assumed to have Christian origins. Right, so where that?
Say Romans 8 verse 5. It say for they that are after the flesh do mind the things of the flesh.
So then but after the flesh was always studying in the flesh, so they would be studying carnival. They don't have time for the things of the Lord. Right, got that?
It say but they that are after the spirit, the things of the spirit.
So them that after the spirit will mind the things of what the spirit. That's the who will be studying in the spirit is the elect. You know? Go ahead.
You say for to be carnally minded is death.
To be what?
To be carnally minded is death.
With carnal. Let's go back to what? Flesh. Earthly. You understand?
That's what carnival mean.
Festival of flesh.
You say but to be spiritually minded is life and peace.
To be spiritually minded is what?
Life and peace.
So you say to be carnal minded is what? Death. And what they taking part in what? A carnal festival.
Festival of death.
You understand? Festival of death.
You say, one more verse. You say because the carnal mind is enmity with the Most High, for it is not subject to the law of the Most High.
So you see how you go back to the again to the what? To knowing the law. You see the carnal mind is enmity, means an enemy to the Lord. That is basically what it is. It's an enemy to the Lord. Your mind not gonna be on the Lord's law. You talk about whining. We're going to whine on our next man girl. Is it in the law? You ain't even supposed to be talking or touching our next man girl. Or matter of fact, indulging in them kind of in them high sexual kind of thing stuff.
Saraka, say sitting up with another man's wife. You need to take her to the wine and so forth. You understand?
And even like and the amount of sinners be taking place, as I say, coming out there, man coming out with skirt, woman coming out with pants, they coming out with the breast showing, they have a little sticker on it. You understand? Paint,
the
all this
breast
sort of stuff.
the sticker on the pearl.
You know? Kind of heavy wickedness going on there. It's idolatry. You understand? Reveling. You know? You have something?
Yeah, I want just to stick in right there with what
bring
right?
it.
There's as you was on the topic of grace now, it say Romans 6 and 15. What then? Shall we sin because we are not under the law but under grace? Power forbid. You understand? Power forbid. We don't sin because we have grace. You understand? There's no excuse for sin. Remember, in Sirach, I believe he said, well, he give no man license to sin. You understand? Regardless if you have grace or not. That is I don't know.
And even the scripture say what them that know it. and still do it. Many tribes done to him. You know?
Even the Romans just say, well, you say, how can they that be dead to sin still live there?
You can't.
You understand? They say, for it is not subject to the law of the Most High, neither indeed can be. It says, so then they that are in the flesh cannot please the Most High.
They that what?
They that are in the flesh cannot please the Most
So
High.
them that in the flesh can't please the Most High, straight as it could be. But the Christians, one time we don't know they can't please the Lord at all.
Now go back to the scripture we was talking about when we was talking about worshiping now. The scripture say, and now the true worshippers of the Lord will worship in what? In spirit
and truth.
and in
Spirit
truth.
and in truth.
Yeah, they can spirit and in truth. They are not more flesh there. You understand?
Sanctify them through thy truth.
Can.
Thy word is
Thy
truth.
word is truth.
They say, but what are the facts? We assume so much as we grow up acculturated into an already established society that educates us into a common view of the day. Too often we accept the customs and practices of our parents and Jeremiah, somebody can bring that from me. They say our fathers inherited what? Lies. Right?
Now that?
I think like Jeremiah 15 or 16, somewhere around there.
I don't know exactly which part it is. But like I say, you know, I tell somebody else the other day, put it into like children, like that kiddies carnival, and I explain to them that the training of the children to be just like them, baby, you understand?
Yeah.
They just grooming them in it.
It's for the kids, and one of the major excuses is for the kids.
The scripture tell you how to raise your children.
What Bernie Mac say? Fuck those kids.
Fuck them.
That is what it
kids.
is. Fuck it talking about.
Jeremiah 16 and 19.
Yes.
Yeah, Jeremiah 16.
That too. That one that say we had inherited the lies, father inherited lies, and that the next one that say we have done worse than our fathers.
Correct.
That's the next one too.
Yeah.
I want to do this.
Jeremiah 16 and 19.
Yeah.
O Yahweh, my strength and my fortress and my refuge in the day of affliction. The Gentiles shall come unto thee from the ends of the earth and shall say, surely our fathers have inherited lies, vanity, and things wherein there is no profit.
So that is what our fathers inherited.
Yeah, lies and vanity.
Lies and vanity.
What the word vanity? The word vain means useless, right? So the word vanity, in a sense, means useless. You understand? Useless things. What you going to use your time to jump up in the road for? How that profiting you? How? In any instance, you as a patron, you participating in whining and reveling. How that profiting you in any way?
They go say it's for a little enjoyment, brother. It's for a little enjoyment.
Jeremiah, they say what they departed from me and hewed to themselves cisterns that could hold no water. Broken cisterns.
Yeah. Is it that?
Yeah, that's it.
What? So it say, yet honest seekers of truth will be led at some point to question the basis of society beliefs. And that is just basically touch upon the elect. It's them who question everything. Then they will come to the truth. Right? So going on again. Let's say take carnival for instance, its etymology suggests two sources. One suggests carnival from the Latin farewell meat, which is the flesh, right? And I say as the source, this would appear to be quite a legitimate meaning for the term. Given the onset of carnival signals, the buck prior to fasting at Lent. So it's farewell meat, meaning that they come in the time that they had
last Addison. We enjoy the last Addison and then fast.
I say carnival suggested in some sources the Latin canus navalius being a term describing the naval vessel that bore the Teutonic god of the north. So you see our next, it go back to what? To our next god idol worship. You understand?
And if I can say that way you see why even in the law, it had certain laws structured in a way because Jake have a tendency where they're always looking for shortcuts to be able to get away with the wickedness. Like how you see with the law of rape.
I used to say that.
Yeah.
I used to say that Jake is a surgeon and he's always looking for the fastest way to do it. You know? He's always looking for a shortcut.
Get away with something.
Yeah.
So
he always look for the easy way out.
The law pertaining to a woman getting raped. They say if she was in the city and she didn't cry out, they say she was part-time. And you'll see even today whenever a woman in her house and she get catch, what's the first thing she'll say? She was getting raped. But she was before that she was quiet.
Screaming.
Right. So you see
she wasn't trying to alert nobody that she was in danger.
Right. So you see even the law structured in a way for Jake who feel the bright.
Yeah, I no get to that way.
And even you should have it has some old movies you can watch it when a man come to touch a woman, she used to ball one time.
Yeah.
But now I see brother say they change it up and now they
before you touch she went there, watch it too hard.
Yeah,
she's looking too serious.
Yeah.
She's starting to get on bad.
You know, but now that as the brother said, now that they're doing it and they know that if the ball now a man go get in trouble if they get catch, you know. So it's a Mardi Gras synonyms with the carnival preceding Lent, translated from the French, literally means Fat Tuesday.
Yeah,
This is the final day prior to Ash Wednesday on the Roman Catholic calendar. Shrove Tuesday on the Anglican calendar, the Tuesday before Lent begins. The Lent is a tradition in Roman, Anglican, and Orthodox versions of the Christian religion. Right? Ancient history teaches us that this religion began at Babylon, developed in Egypt, and passed its traditions down to the Greeks and Romans. And these civilizations had one thing in common: the highlights of the year on religious calendar tended to revolve around the winter, signifying the secession of agrarian, which agrarian that go back to our next time. I kind of believe too. I think it's two one thing them just believe in two one thing.
Yeah. But I say that way also why you see it, the statue was one. Because from the head comes straight down, all the beliefs was passed down. Just like I say,
everybody just follow
and come
who
straight
preceded them. They take things from them and just carry it on.
But that's why they said this here. This last one here, right? Remember, everything there's do.
More diverse.
More diverse,
They say of agrarian productivity and the anticipation of spring, celebrating the renewal of fertility, the pagans created annual rites and festivals around these seasons. Rome adopted and promoted the most widely practice of these pagan festivals and spread their practices throughout its empire under its own names. Thus, that I was mentioning. So that's certain things that they do today on a different name, but it's go back to something, the same thing, right?
Changes,
They say Saturnalia. Alright, so let's skip this a little bit.
Just like the Christmas, the Saturnalia worship, it changes.
Yeah. They say when the Roman Catholic Church began to spread its influence throughout the world, it found that wherever it went, the natives hung on tenaciously to these annual pagan festivals. And again, never where they went is where they went and conquered. That was filthy written is the Romans fucking kill, rape, they pillage Israelites
And force
the things onto them.